I'm Review My RV, and every week we're throwing open the doors to the newest, most jaw-dropping motorhomes before they even hit the dealership lot. If it's fresh, innovative, and rev-ready, we're reviewing it. Let's dive in. We're talking about the upcoming 2026 Brabus 6x6 motorhome, a bold new launch that appears to push the boundaries of what motorhome means. If you've ever dreamed of hitting the road in style, power, and absolute comfort, hang on, because this one might just be the game changer. Now, you may already know Brabus for its high-performance cars, extreme customizations, and ultra-luxury builds. But this time, it looks like they're turning things up in a big way with a 6x6 layout, off-road capability, hybrid engine tech if the rumors hold, and a sumptuous interior that rivals some high-end homes. So let's dive in, break down what makes this vehicle special, how it compares to the past, what to expect inside, and of course, what it could cost. First up, the design. From what we've seen, the 2026 Brabus 6x6 motorhome doesn't look like anything you've seen before. The six-wheeled 6x6 configuration alone signals serious off-road potential. Imagine a motorhome that's not just for highway cruising, but one that can take you far off the beaten track, gravel, dirt, rugged terrain, and still roll up to your campsite like a star arriving at the show. The body has that distinctive Brabus styling, refined, aggressive, purposeful. Big wheel arches, bold lines, a stance that says, "I'm built to go anywhere and look good doing it." On the outside, you're likely to find high-end finishing materials, carbon style or premium accents, layered lights, possibly a roof deck or other exterior lifestyle spaces, maybe even slide-outs or extendable living zones when you're parked. Brabus' earlier motorhome built, the Big Boy 1200, already showed they can make huge living spaces on wheels. But the 6x6 format adds a dimension of adventure that the prior models didn't emphasize quite as strongly. This means if you want to go beyond simply driving to scenic holiday parks, this vehicle invites wild terrain, remote spots, and the freedom of exploring more than just the motorway. Another big highlight, the hybrid engine and off-road features. While full official spec details are still emerging, what the motorhome world is buzzing about is that Brabus has apparently integrated hybrid technology, meaning you could have a combination of internal combustion, probably high-power diesel or turbocharged petrol, plus electric support. This gives you two major benefits. First, smoother transitions when you're powering quiet zones, campsites, or eco-sensitive areas. Second, greater flexibility off-grid. Combine that with the 6x6 drive, rugged chassis, off-road suspension, and extra clearance, and you're looking at a motorhome that's more go-everywhere lodge on wheels than your standard RV. Think of it this way. In a normal, luxury motorhome, you get comfort, you get refinement, you get amenities. But you're still limited by road access, by ground clearance, by campsite infrastructure. With the 2026 Brabus 6x6, you have the comfort plus the true off-road mindset. So if you've ever wanted to wake up in a remote mountain valley, park above the tree line, plug into solar or hybrid power, use a vehicle that looks more like a striking expedition home than just an RV, this is your kind of ride. Inside, the updates are just as exciting. Brabus' prior motorhome, again, the Big Boy 1200, had nearly 30 square meters of living space, slide-outs, top-quality materials like fine leather, Alcantara, carbon trim, even PlayStation consoles and Starlink internet. For 2026, we expect those to be taken even further. Imagine a salon area that opens out, ambient lighting, panoramic windows, a lounge area, high-end kitchen with induction hob, wine fridge, designer furniture, bathroom with rain shower, heated floors, bedroom with big bed, and maybe even retractable roof windows for stars. All of that, wrapped in a build that's rugged underneath but elegant inside. What appeals so much to me is that Brabus seems to be merging luxury home with expedition vehicle, something that looks refined and premium when you're parked in a luxury resort, and when you're parked in the wild, you know it's built to take it. The materials inside matter. Premium leathers, special stitching, ambient lighting, carefully curated furniture. But the functionality matters too. Things like power management systems, solar, battery, inverter, good insulation, heating, cooling systems. For travelers, and I speak to you who live on the road sometimes, it's one thing to have a nice lounge, but quite something to have it function well when you're off the grid. Now let's talk pricing and availability. With previous Brabus motorhomes, you're looking at super premium territory. For example, the Big Boy 1200 launched with a starting price of over €1 million. For the 2026 6x6 version, expectations are that it will be even more expensive, given the extra engineering, 6-wheel drivetrain, off-road enhancements, hybrid system and bespoke luxury detailing. My prediction, it's going to start at somewhere well beyond what most standard motorhomes cost, maybe €1.5 million or more depending on configuration. For this kind of vehicle you're not buying just a motorhome, you're buying a mobile statement of luxury, tech and capability. As for how it compares to past models, the earlier Brabus motorhomes were more about ultimate luxury on wheels, ultra-luxurious finishes, big living spaces, home away from home, in the premium resort sense. They were very impressive, and for those wanting that kind of experience, they delivered. But they weren't necessarily about extreme terrain capability or hybrid power in the off-grid sense to the degree we're expecting now. With the 6x6, Brabus seems to be blending that ultra-luxury DNA with expedition-grade hardware. So if you already love the Big Boy or earlier Brabus motorhomes, this new 2026 6x6 offers you something extra. Go-anywhere ability, more rugged architecture, hybrid tech, and still the premium materials and build quality you expect. It's a hybrid of luxury resort on wheels and serious adventure vehicle. And that is a really exciting place to be. For many of you watching, you might be wondering, is this practical? Is this something I can drive and live in day to day? Good questions. The answer is, it depends on how you live your travel life. If your world is premium campsites with full hookups, you might not need all that off-road capability, but you'll appreciate the luxury. If you love remote locations, long trips on unpaved roads, staying off the grid for days, then the 6x6 configuration and hybrid support become big advantages. The size will likely be large, the weight heavy, licensing requirements may be more demanding. But in that trade-off you're getting something quite unique. Let's imagine a typical day in the 2026 Brabus 6x6. You wake up in the bedroom, maybe the bed has electric adjustments so you raise or lower the platform. You open up the blackout blinds, step out into the lounge with panoramic windows showing a mountain view. You prepare breakfast in the kitchen, your solar panels and hybrid battery system quietly managing your power. Then you decide, do I stay here beside the lake on asphalt, or do I head up the gravel track, deep into the forest, find a little meadow with no neighbors? You turn the switch to off-road mode, the 6-wheel drive engages, suspension raises, you feel confident the vehicle is built for this terrain. You arrive, level the vehicle with hydraulic supports, open your slide-outs, and suddenly your living room expands. In the evening you dim the ambient lights, watch a movie on your big screen, toast with a glass of wine from the built-in fridge. This is not just travel, it's lifestyle. One of the things that I believe will make this vehicle stand out is the attention to detail and how the luxury and the rugged combine. Many motorhomes are either one or the other. Rugged expedition vehicles are strong but Spartan, luxury motorhomes are refined but limited in terrain. This Brabus 6x6 appears to lean into both. And for anyone who says, well, all that off-road stuff is overkill for me, it still pays off in terms of build quality, robustness, and value. A chassis built for off-road is going to feel solid on the road, more durable, more comfortable. The hybrid system may also give quieter operation when parked, better eco-credentials, and more independence from mains power. From a design standpoint, I'm excited about the aesthetic possibilities. Big wheel arches, low-profile rugged tires, maybe a roof rack terrace, strong exterior color themes, high-quality finishes. On the interior I expect touches like fine leather, ambient lighting, premium audio, visual systems, and maybe clever modularity so you can adapt the space for sleeping, lounging, working. Given the way remote work and digital nomad lifestyles are growing, a luxury motorhome like this could double as a mobile office in premium settings, inside a national park or overlooking a beach. Now, let's touch on some things viewers should keep in mind. First, size and weight will matter. A 6-wheel drive motorhome with full luxury build is going to be large, heavy, maybe requiring special driver licensing in some jurisdictions. Parking and maneuvering might require more space. It also means fuel energy consumption may be high, regardless of hybrid support. Second, cost of ownership will be premium. Servicing, tires, chassis, hybrid components, all those luxury finishes will need specialist care. Third, availability. Brabus builds are specialist, bespoke, so you might be waiting for build slots, paying for customization, and dealing with import regulatory issues depending on your country. Fourth, Utility versus everyday use. Depending on how you live, some of the extreme features may exceed your needs, but if you want ultimate, this is it. Despite those caveats, if I were to summarize why the 2026 Brabus 6x6 excites me and hopefully you too, it gives you freedom. Freedom to travel in utmost luxury, to explore places conventional motorhomes may not reach, to have home, quality living wherever you are, and to do so with the confidence that you're driving something built to both perform and pamper. The hybrid engine gives modern tech, the off-road 6x6 configuration gives capability, the premium interior gives comfort and style, and the brand's know-how ensures build quality. In terms of the wow factor, for your audience or for your guests, it's enormous. Just imagine pulling up to a destination, the doors unsheathe, the lounge extends, you have panoramic views, ambient lighting and all the luxury you expect from a top hotel, but you're in the middle of nature. That contrast, that blend of the wild and the refined, is one of the big appeals. As a motorhome enthusiast, I know we often get used to incremental updates, new colors, slightly better interiors, a different layout. But this feels different. With the 6x6 layout and hybrid approach, it feels like a new chapter in premium motorhomes. It's not just a version upgrade, it's a rethinking of what high-end motorhoming can be. So if Brabus nails it, and from what I see, they're heading that way, this could become a benchmark in the luxury motorhome world. For you folks considering whether to upgrade or to invest, if you already own something like a high-end class of motorhome and you're comfortable with that form, you could compare and ask, would the off-road, 6-wheel, hybrid layout really add value to me? If yes, then this is tempting. If not, you might still enjoy its luxury but maybe not the expedition capability. However, for those who say, I want to just do the best, full stop, this could very well be the ultimate vehicle for your lifestyle. In closing, I'll put it straight, the upcoming 2026 Brabus 6x6 motorhome is one to watch. It promises to bring power, luxury, adventure and comfort together in one package. It's bold, it's aspirational, and it's a statement. If you're into high-end travel, if you want to make every destination feel like a homecoming, and if you're ready to go farther, stay longer, do more, then this vehicle might just be the one that ticks every box. If you love seeing the absolute newest motorhome technology and design, you need to be part of the Review My RV family. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next big reveal. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the open road.